With the TMAX Tech Max, had Yamaha solved a problem that didn't actually exist? And for the record, I'm just going to be calling it the TMAX for the rest of this video.
That's a good call. Okay, so there's a lot to like about this scooter. It is a performance scooter or a sports scooter. 560cc engine delivers serious punch.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. I think it's always like a bit of an expectation of scooters that they're going to be slow to start. And this had a lot of power considering it's an L-approved or L's approved, Lamb's approved bike. I was really shocked at how much punch this had in power. It was great.
I didn't realise it was a learner approved bike until you told me the other day.
Yeah.
And then there's
a lot of bike.
Dollops of power there. It's really zippy. The acceleration is incredible.
Yeah, you actually beat a couple motorbikes when we were taking off with a pillion, which I don't think they were happy about.
I did too. Yeah, that was quite funny. Plenty of power for the highway. Plenty of power for city riding and commuting.
Yeah.
I thought the automatic CVT transmission was really smooth.
Yeah, that was cool.
So yeah, overall power and the transmission, excellent.
Big thumbs up.
The bike is comfortable. The suspension is amazing. Big comfortable seat as well. But I mean, I know your key feature is
heated grips,
but also
heated seat. Oh my God, I can't believe I've always joked that I wanted a bike with a heated seat and it finally came to fruition. And it was amazing. The rest of my body was still frozen, but my butt and my hands were very warm every time I rode this bike.
I had it on 3 and sometimes it got a little bit too hot.
It got real hot, yeah, on both. Like sometimes I'd have it on 3 and then have to bring it all the way down to 1.
Yeah.
Because it was, you put it on 3 to get it real hot real fast. But yeah, it was great having that setting. Very strong heat.
It was excellent. But also the seat is really plush and comfortable. It's got that little sort of ridge at the back that sort of sits you in position.
Yes, yeah, very much like that Lego, what Lucas always mentions of like, it kind of like holds you in the bike, which I really liked. And even as a pillion as well, sitting on the back, I think we rode it just through the city, so slow speeds, but pretty comfortable. You are sitting up relatively high, but I think that's pretty common for pillion bikes, but very comfortable. And it does have the
grab rails.
The grab rails, but I don't know about you guys, but I'm not very good at using those. I'll just cling on to whoever's in front of me, which is usually Ross. I just feel like I'm going to fall off the back if I'm just holding myself there.
You don't really pillion very often at all.
Well, no, not usually. It's really only when we're zipping around the city. So yeah, I'm just grabbing onto Ross.
I actually did do a couple of longer rides on this bike and I found that it was excellent. And you've also got a couple of different sort of options for your feet. So it's like straight down 90-degree bend, like a traditional motorbike or scooter, but you can sit them out in front like they're highway pegs as well. I actually found that quite comfortable. I did find when I had my feet sort of straight down in front of me, the handling was a little bit better than out in front. Yes,
because I was going to say, I tried putting mine out in front with the city commuting.
Yep.
Going at slow speeds, I didn't feel like it was that comfortable because just moving slow speeds with your feet in front of you, it just didn't feel as stable.
Cruising down the freeway though with your feet in front of you was great.
Yeah.
And I must say, it's got a bit of a premium finish. Heated seat, heated grips, really plush seat, cruise control, all that sort of stuff that you would expect on a premium bike.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree it feels premium for most things, but maybe not everything.
Okay. So if you are going to be touring on this bike, it's got a 15-litre fuel tank and the fuel economy was pretty good. So it is going to allow you to do some big kilometres without having to refill.
I don't know where that fuel tank was. Is it between your legs as well, where that section is? Yeah, because I saw that. And is it keyless for the fuel tank as well?
Yeah.
Because I saw that and that was kind of the reason why I hadn't filled it up, because I wasn't 100% sure how to fill it up, so I just left it for you.
Is that why I got it back empty? Yeah, good on you. So it's got a great 7-inch TFT with full connectivity, some nice themes as well.
Yes, of course we liked different themes. That's typical of us.
Yeah, absolutely. But there's plenty of options there. Pretty easy to navigate too.
Yeah, I found it pretty easy as well. It has fuel gauge in there and also, estimated kilometres left, which changed all the time. You can access your screen because it has an electronic screen positioning, your heated grips, heated seat is all there, as well as all your Bluetooth connectivity as well. But yeah, it's pretty easy. You've got the little joystick on the left side. that's really easy to move around.
And so you really loved that park brake as well, didn't you?
That was so cool. I've never been on a bike that has that park brake as a physical kind of like...
It's cable actuated, yeah.
Yeah, usually it's like you might have one where you can like hill start control, something like that, where you can just, double tap on the brakes. This was really cool. It was like a manual flip over. One of the things that I found awesome about it is that you couldn't forget that you had it on because
definitely.
it gets in the way of your hand if you then start to go. But in saying that, I forgot it was on all the time. It was weird.
Start to try and ride off.
I'd start to move off and then I just wouldn't move. And then I'd feel that my hand couldn't properly wrap around the grip. And then I was like, oh yeah, super easy to turn on and off. To turn it on, you sort of have to fully move it across. And then to turn it off, you kind of just need to tap it and it will fling out.
Also, getting on the bike. I was a bit confused as to how do you get on this thing? Do you do a step through?
Because it's not
swing your leg
quite
over?
A step through, which is...
It's definitely not a step through.
It's like a half step through.
It's a half step
like
through?
A skip through.
So how did you get on it? Swung your leg over?
I did it both ways. I tried to get on with my foot over the front, and every time I would kick that sort of half step through, and then usually I would just automatically go back to the putting my leg around the back. Which felt wrong on a scooter because it is so much wider. What did you end up doing?
When I first got it, I'm always sticking my legs like a step through, and then I kept like knocking my boot and scuffing the things. I went, that's it. It's throw the leg over the back.
I think we had to like clean the whole front to take photos because there were so many scuff marks on the front.
The other thing is that front brake is excellent. The front brakes on this are just so sharp. Really, really good.
They're nice.
So there's a lot to like about this bike, but who is it for? Now, I was talking to the guys at Yamaha, and they were saying that a lot of the people buying this bike are, say, people who might have another bike, even a Harley, who then use this for touring, which I thought was a bit unusual, but that's
I don't know
who they said. I don't get it. Add a comment below. Have you got one of these? Is it your only bike? And if not, what's your other bikes? This bike has rider modes.
Yep.
Sport.
We think.
And touring.
We think.
We found it hard to actually see what they were, but there is a T and an S on the screen, so we're assuming they're sport and touring.
It's a wild guess.
But I really didn't notice any difference in power delivery.
No, I think it was somewhat smoother on touring, but I wouldn't say significantly.
Yeah, you know what? Does it need rider modes? Probably not. Because they're both very, very similar.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't agree with Tegan on this point, but you were saying the power delivery wasn't as smooth.
I didn't find it that smooth, particularly at slower speeds when I am just commuting. Just like tapping on that acceleration, I just felt like it was a little bit of a vroom vroom.
Are you talking in sports mode?
Well, I mean, more so in sports mode, yes, but like I said, there's not a huge difference. So I did even find it in touring, just when you're going from 0 to 20, like slow speeds, I just found that it wasn't that smoother acceleration.
Now, I didn't even bother trying to connect my phone to this bike. Actually, no, I did, and I couldn't do it.
Well, I did bother as well, and somewhat connected. I was able to connect the bike directly to my headset in my helmet, and that was awful. Really bad. Like
why was it awful? What was the problem?
The sound was really bad because I was playing music, of course, and the sound quality sounded super tinny, like it was going through Bluetooth. But normally that's absolutely fine and crisp, but this was really bad. And also then I couldn't use things like Siri to get her to call people or anything like that. Look, that could be user error. Maybe I was meant to go through my phone and then the phone would have gone through my helmet. So that could be on me.
Yeah, so I tried for a few minutes to try and connect my phone and I went, I can't do this. And I just gave up and just jumped on and went for a ride. Now, I found the buttons a little bit frustrating and mostly the joystick.
Yep.
I was mixing that up with the indicator button. So, I mean, you would get used to that, but they are quite close to each other. And with the glove on, kind of hard to differentiate between the two.
Particularly winter gloves, which we're both riding in at the moment.
So this bike came with a couple of options that Yamaha fitted. Now these are genuine Yamaha options. The screen, which I thought looked great, but did nothing. Up, down, I was just copying a blast of air in my face. I would prefer to see a big touring screen on this, which is what it comes with as standard. And the other one was the optional mirrors, which I think they looked all right. But they're sitting where they're sitting. They're kind of hard to adjust, or not hard to adjust, but it's not as adjustable as I'd like. I would prefer those mirrors further forward in the traditional position that they're on.
Yep.
They might not look as good, but I think they're going to be more functional.
And I'll add to the end of that, I actually didn't find the mirrors that adjustable, the
Okay.
ones that we had. So, yeah, I think you'd probably just go for the standard. I mean, yes, the screen looked better, but are you going to go looks or are you going to go functionality?
And if you're using this as a touring bike like Yamaha is saying that people are buying it for, then you'd definitely go that touring screen.
Yeah.
Or the standard screen. So we've said it's got great storage options, and it does.
Yeah.
But I couldn't fit a helmet under the seat. Having said that, you just said you saw something where you put it in upside down.
Well, Yamaha shows on their website someone, like on the top screen image, they're putting it in, upside down. But in saying that, then it showed the helmet inside and it was
The right way up?
the right way up.
Okay.
So I'm not too sure. We might have to do some
We will
fiddling.
check that.
Yeah. And I will say, speaking of storage as well, it's also got quite a handy little front compartment. They're like the typical one that's in front of your knee, basically, that you can sort of like
the right side there.
unclip on the right. And that's got a USB charger and a little slot where it has like a little plasticky sleeve, and you put your phone in there and it keeps them separate. In saying that, it looks like that storage compartment is going to be really big, because I was like, oh great, I can put my keys in here, I can put my phone, I can put a couple little things rather than have to take a backpack. It doesn't fit really anything other than maybe a key, which admittedly, that's all you need for this bike, and your phone. So I did expect and wanted a little bit more of that little bit of storage at the front, like that's easily accessible,
Yep.
but it was still fine.
So front brake, excellent.
Yep.
Rear brake, that ABS kicks in way too quickly. And I found it just a little bit intrusive when I was just trying to ride normally.
Yeah.
I found this bike genuinely fun. Like, I had a great time riding it through the twisties.
Yep.
It was pretty good in traffic. A little bit wide to filter on, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But the power delivery definitely put a smile on my face. Now, I think it's probably the sort of scooter for riders who want performance, but they want the convenience of a scooter.
Yeah.
And I think it's got a pretty premium feel all out. So for me, it's an 8 out of 10.
And for me, I'd probably be a little bit under an 8. I think I'd probably be about a 7.5. I do agree the handling is amazing. However, the price does knock it down for me. So it's sitting at just under 22 grand, which I think is just really up there for a scooter as well. I'd say not a huge fan of the looks.
Okay.
It's a pretty typical scooter look.
Yeah, the looks for me, like, it looked fine. I wouldn't say I disliked the looks.
It looks fine.
Yeah.
I think that's it. It's a pretty average looking bike to me. And the color options are also pretty bland.
Grey and purple.
Purple, yeah.
It's a weird purple.
Dark magma is the color.
Magma.
Magma. Not a huge fan of either of the colors, but it does look pretty standard for a scooter.
It doesn't get a few extra points for the heated grips and heated seat.
The heating elements definitely do bring it back up,
To a 10.
and then it gets pulled back down again. You don't get a lot of nods on these scooters, and I think that's a pretty known fact. I do try and nod.
You like
at
to
the
be nodded at,
scooters.
do you?
I do. I like to get a nod on the bikes, but it did get a laugh or two from Lucas when he saw me rolling up on the scooter. But look, it's a fun ride, 7.5.
Oh, fair
I
enough.
think it sits kind of in that bracket of it does its job.
Like you.
Sometimes.
You're a 7.5 and you do your job.
Just average.